Iowa Live.
From the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, welcome to Iowa Live. I am Lou. A very special guest joining us in studio. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ole Olson is here. He's America's neuropathy expert over at Central Iowa Neuropathy. Great to have you here.
Hey, thanks for having me, Lou.
Absolutely. Now, one thing we want to make sure we focus on here today is awareness when it comes to neuropathy. Why is this so important?
Yeah, awareness is really growing a lot lately. Right now it's estimated about 25 million people suffer from peripheral neuropathy throughout the United States, while actually they're estimating about 50 million actually suffer from this. So there's a lot of people that are still unaware of this disease, or unaware that they have it, or unaware of what they can do.
So half the people don't even realize that the pain they're experiencing is peripheral neuropathy.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I've been helping, we have a network of about 600 clinics now around the country, so we're really starting to grow the awareness. I help coach them on how to handle these things naturally and how to give these people hope back.
Right, and there is hope, and you can reverse the damage that has been done, because it really is damage, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So typically, peripheral neuropathy, the easiest sense of the word is just damage to the nerves outside of the central nervous system. So that's the nerves in our arms, our hands, our legs, our feet. So typically people experience things like numbness or tingling. Sometimes it's more painful, burning, sharp shooting sensations, and even like balance issues.
Right, which we've talked about before, which is really one of the keys to starting to get treatment. But the treatments that you have at Central Iowa Neuropathy are absolutely amazing. And I believe we have a photo here of someone who came in with some foot pain and had neuropathy in their feet. And explain what this photo is all about, please.
Yeah, so in this photo you'll see on the right, this is their foot before any treatment was done. So like we've talked in the past, one of the main things we see, one of the causes or main causes of central or of any peripheral neuropathy really is a circulation issue. And so as you can see, this foot on the right, it's dark red, purple color, the skin's starting to die, right? So if the circulation is cut off, those nerve endings, the tissues, they're not getting the oxygen, the nutrients they need to thrive. And so we actually can do a nerve scan, which actually shows, is there any signs of poor circulation? And so this is what this scan does, is it helps us to identify those people that may need some further testing to really dive into what's going on. And so this foot on the left, on that previous picture there, that foot there was after one of our treatments in the clinic. And so this is how we're able to reduce inflammation and increase blood flow drastically, even in a short amount of time.
Right. Can we go back, Rod? Can we throw that photo up one more time and show you that? Because that's not the same photo. That's two different ones. So you can see the difference that a treatment is made.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's crazy, but it works. And that's one of the most important things, that people have to realize, that you have treatments that are proven.
Yeah, time and time again. I mean, this thing is there's 24 papers on this device that show what it does for the human body in terms of activating the internal stem cells, increasing blood flow, reducing inflammation. I mean, all these things that we know help the body to heal, we've got the devices to help the body do that.
Right, and how many sessions does it usually take to start seeing? We saw that one was amazing after the first one, but what is a typical session, like a plan that you have for someone?
Yeah, I would say most people start to notice some changes usually in the first 1 to 2 months. Really kind of depends on the severity when they get there. So some people are more proactive and come in earlier, and they don't have as much damage. So obviously they respond better. People that have waited years or even decades to come in, sometimes that's a little bit more challenging and it can take a little bit longer. But yeah, we try not to rush the healing process, because the body does take time to heal. We just try to facilitate the body so it can heal at its maximum capacity.
Now, you mentioned that when people come in, what are some of the signs that people they're looking for that should send a flag up saying something's going on here, more than normal?
Yeah, great question. I would say the most common things that we see are people having trouble sleeping at night. They're tossing and turning because of the pain or the weird numbness, tingling, the crawly, the restless leg.
And wake you up.
Yeah, it can wake you up, keep you from falling asleep. There's people that have troubles like walking, so maybe they can't walk as far or as long as they used to be able to. Maybe they just have balance issues. They just don't feel sturdy or steady on their feet. They're not confident being on their feet. Other people have issues just standing in place, so standing in line would be like the worst thing for them. So they avoid going to the grocery store because they don't want to stand in line for 5 or 10 minutes because they just cannot physically do it. Other things would be issues like dropping things, dropping utensils, or not able to crochet or do things like that.
Wow.
So yeah, there's so many things that bring people in, and really it comes down to once it starts to affect something of their quality of life, whether it's golfing, fishing, playing with the grandkids, or playing with their pets. I mean, all these things are stories that we hear day in, day out, and that's our goal, is to help people get back to being enjoying the things that they love.
Wonderful. All right, let's get folks to your place, and you have a special offer for them right now. Tell us what we have going on.
Yeah, we're actually doing that nerve scan that we showed earlier there. We're going to do that for the first 15 callers for absolutely free. So come on in. We'll sit down, discuss your particular case, what's going on, how it's been affecting you, and then we do a couple of tests just to see if it's something that we think we could help you with. If not, we're going to get you a referral, put you in the right place. But if it's something we can help you with, we'll do a workup. And you're also going to get a copy of my book free, which goes through a lot of the things that we use in our clinic and at home to help people with neuropathy every single day.
That is great. 515-505-3700. That is the phone number to call and get a hold of Dr. Ole Olson, America's neuropathy expert. Thank you, sir. Great to see you as always.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. This is Iowa Live.